Alrighty. New game. What should we actually pick, though? I think Wrath of the Northmen. Great adventures. Every dynasty comes from humble beginnings. The climb to power is usually a slow process, each generation moving a few steps up the ladder, through carefully planned marriages and ceaseless wars. But these are times of great change and upheaval. With a lot of courage and maybe a little luck, a hero might raise their family name from obscurity to legend. Are you ready to take on the challenge? So this is the recommended start, apparently. Alright. Almos Arpad, I believe that is. King of Magyar Confederation. Medium difficulty. Duke of Novgorod is apparently easy. Count of Montaigu. Daura Madora.
Here are some results from a search.
Okay, so apparently Google thought that I was calling it. My bad for that one. Count Udis. Hard. I mean, we could just go play as any ruler as well. The Carolingians. After the passing of Louis the Pious, the once great Carolingian Empire was divided up into the three separate kingdoms of East, West, and Middle Francia. Since then, these realms have only splintered further as wars, rebellions, and inheritance variously cause instability and fragmentation. Are any of the Carlings strong enough to reunite their empire, or will their family squabbles leave them vulnerable to exploitation by opportunists? Well, we know how history actually treated these guys. Or we go Wrath of the Northmen. Let me see. Earl Alfred of Wessex. Apparently that's a hard start. Halfdan Whiteshirt, the Duke of York. I think that's Jorvik, if I'm not mistaken. Bjorn Ironside. I mean, I do have a series going on YouTube right this very moment, where we are playing as a Norse Lord. So if you're interested in that, definitely go and check that out as well. It's called the Northern Scourge, is what we named that campaign. Ivar the Boneless, Duke of Isles over here. I mean, if we started off this nah. We're just gonna do play as any ruler. Alrighty. I mean, we could just go Ireland, the newbie island, try our luck there. Bohemia. I've never really tried any of the southern, or rather, African tribes. Nzi, Lobi, Sikaso, Bena, Mandig, Tulanid, Abbasid, the Byzantine Empire as well. I mean, we could go for a, this is realms. What if we go, so we could be a duke under somebody else for the time being, or we could just start off as, a separate entity completely. Oulu, Finland, Nyland. Yeah, I keep being attracted to the north. I don't know why. Or rather, I know why. Because it's fun. It is fun. East Francia over here. Italy. Difficulties. He is at war currently, if we wanted to play as Italy. He's also, he's at war with his southern neighbors over there. Count Miroslav, County of Duklia. I mean, Bulgaria would definitely be a big problem over here. Or we could just become like a random Duchy of Tuscany. I mean, we could become a duchy under a king. For starters. I'll see you in Lombardy. Why can I not click? Okay, so these are duchy titles, but... Ah, there we go. Realms. So now we can actually see. Spoleto, the papacy over here. Tuscany. Duchy of Tuscany feudal. He already has an heir. Setup wouldn't be much of a problem. House Bonifazi. Obscure Duke House head is Duke Adalberto. So, okay, that's us. What about... okay, this is house, but what about dynasty, I'm wondering? Catholic French. And yet we're under the Italians. Interesting. Okay, yeah. I think it would be interesting just to start play as one of the dukes around here. Let's actually check ourselves first. Alright, so we're vengeful, and because we're Catholic, of course, that does give us a negative Catholic opinion as well as a negative piety. We are a very skilled, or rather, we are a skilled tactician, so that's a good martial trait. We only have a 3-star one, though. So not the best one, but hey, forest fighter, advantage in forests. How useful is that actually gonna come? Plains, hills. There's not a lot of forest, apparently, within Italy itself. Spoleto is definitely larger here. Galura. Is there an option of heading into war with these guys immediately? You do not have a casus belli. Right, see, that's also one of the reasons why I very much like to be a tribal lord, because you don't really need a casus belli. A casus belli is simply, yeah, I want to conquer these guys. You gonna stop me? No? Okay, I'm doing it. Reconquest of Bari. Okay, so our lord is actually currently at war with, who is this? War leader Emir Saudan of the Saudanid Emirate. Okay, so that's it? That's all the lands you have? Ah, that entire thing is the lands he has. And it doesn't look like either one of the lords actually have allies on their sides. Let's see. So considering we do have a skilled tactician, so a martial education, we are going to go into the martial lifestyle, of course, because of your martial education, you gain 30% more experience in this lifestyle. And apparently we already have a strategist trait, which is pretty darn good. Strategist, enemy fatal casualties is plus 25%, crosses water without advantage penalties. Yes, martial plus 3, diplomacy plus 1. Dread, not too interested in how an attraction opinion. Wait, how old are we actually? I didn't even check that. We're 47. Our child, okay, we have 2 sons. That also leads me to wonder what sort of, oh no, Confederate partition. Ah. This is gonna be slightly problematic. Title loss upon succession. Okay, so basically the island of Tuscany is gonna go to our second son. I'm kind of hoping we don't really have any more kids afterwards. We are... oh, our domain holding is not holding too well. So what we could do is we could possibly go into stewardship as well. Just to hopefully maintain a larger domain size as far as the lifestyle choice goes. We can't really change these after... God, I can't remember if it's 5 years or something like that. Still want to go marshal. Overseer. That actually does give us additional stewardship, but I don't think 2 stewardship is actually going to be enough. Enables absolute control is a special state of control enabled by the absolute control perk, denoting that the ruler has an iron grip over the population. Whenever control is at 100, it will instead display it as absolute and give additional bonuses to taxes and levies. Mercenary higher cost, okay. Army gold maintenance, friendly territory level reinforcement rate, that's pretty good as well. Enemy occupations do not lower control. Wow, okay. Dread gain plus 20%, siege progress against revolts 50%. Faction military power threshold for vassals is plus 20. Strict organization increases control in county, control territory defender advantage. Is there like, is there something in the stewardship perhaps that gives us a domain limit +2? As much as it pains me, I think I'm gonna have to do this. Because I don't want to get rid of any land just yet. We'll just straight up... wait, what is our income like? Let's check that first as well. Okay, so the income is not that bad. Church holdings, okay, so yeah. That's also one of the differences between the Norse and the Catholic lords. For instance, with the Norse, your priest is, I think it's called a Godi. Essentially, all the priest has to do is just like you, and that's it. And he basically gives you all of the levies, all of the taxes and everything directly to you. Plus, you can actually choose who is your Godi. While with Catholics, you can't really select who the bishop is. The Pope essentially does that. And also, I believe it's the same way as it was in Crusader Kings 2, where if the bishop likes the Pope more than he likes you, well, in that case, he's gonna be giving the Pope, the levies and taxes and everything. And I'm sure that we do have a few church holdings over here in Tuscany. Count Berardo. Okay, that's pretty darn good stewardship. Chancellor, do we have anybody better? Count. Okay, so this count is actually better. Lord Mayor. You have 100. How many do you have? I mean, what are you good in other than this? Nothing really. You're gonna be, I mean, you already don't exactly like us much, and you're gonna like us less if we fire you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I want a better dude doing the Chancellor stuff. Count Joffredo. That is the maximum. Good. Marshal Count Olivier. What? Oliviero. He seems to be the best one for the job? No. Our knight. Ah, but he's not a count. I see. And this guy is considered a powerful vassal, so he's gonna hate us a whole lot more if we don't have him on our council over here. So he is the best choice for us right now, unless we literally make this dude one of our lords. I mean, this guy has one county. If we give, like... let's go into stewardship and just straight up... Because our income is fine, so I'll just straight up do the domain focus +3 stewardship. Bam. And we're gonna go down the architect tree, just to get to the divided attention. Domain limit +2. So that we won't have to worry too much about this. The main limit is now 5, thanks to our stewardship. Okay, that's good. That's good. Boom. Yes, a ruler in the making. There is no end to the opinions and wants of my son and heir, Adalberto. Half of the time he's trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around. Formidable or aggravating? It's a fine line to walk. He gains bossy. So martial +1, stewardship +1. Neither of those are bad, as far as I'm concerned. Faction created against you, faction created against King Louis. Let's check out the factions. What is this? Military power? He actually has faction to install Count Berardo of Siena on the Tuscan throne. Can send an ultimatum in 4 months. This dude... We're apparently at full levies, and they do seem to be somewhat stronger than us. Could we possibly marry our son off and get ourselves a good alliance going or something? You're my heir, if I'm not mistaken, so let's just go with a good stewardship, because I do like to control as much land as possible, and we'll say age difference like 5 years. You are, what are you, 3? Actually, let's do not by stewardship, but by alliance power. Potential alliance, Duchy of Upper Burgundy. County of Mer, County of Pravia. This doesn't look too bad. Would they accept? They would accept. Okay, send a proposal. See if we can possibly get a better situation as far as this faction goes. How are you strong enough? 182, 210. Why do you dislike me? You are title claimant. Really? Foreign culture group. I am vengeful. That is true, so everybody basically hates us. Are you arrogant or am I arrogant? Callous. Cynical. I'm not arrogant, so you're the one that's arrogant. Okay. Let's see. How do we... Who is the strongest one among these? This guy, actually. So, what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna try and sway him. We're gonna start swaying him. And see if we can possibly... Is this... What is this? Member of your family, my half-brother. Is there a way that I could possibly murder him? Yes, it sounds terrible, but... 14% chance. Not much, not much. As long as the scheme is kept secret, you're not exposed for the crime of murder. Yeah, but it does not have much of a chance of actually remaining secret, does it? Duchy of Tuscany. He does have the claim, of course. No, but I don't want him dead. As much as I do, it's not gonna happen. Can I... modify feudal contract? No. Retract vassal. Trying to see if we can disinherit the nouns. Offer ward. Dynasty head interaction. Claim a title held by Count Berardo for yourself. Negotiate alliance. That's not gonna happen. Request claim. Petition Pope to get me a claim on Siena. I already have a claim on Siena. If I claim it, decreases their level of splendor. Effects on you. Gets an unpressed claim on County of Siena, but Wait, I'm a little bit confused now. It is an... I already have one, though. So how do I go about getting this piece of land for ourselves, I wonder? Council, let's see, how could you possibly assist me more? Assist ruler gives me +2 diplomacy, +1 martial, +1 stewardship, +1 intrigue, +1 learning. Let's do straight up martial and try and increase the amount of our army. You are organizing levies, that's good. Search for physician. I mean, we don't actually have the money for it yet. Above the main limit. Yeah, I know. Titles can be created. Duchy of Corsica, Duchy of Pisa. I can be a double duke. But all of this requires money that we do not currently have. What else is available? Increase opinion. Your liege has a low opinion of me. Does he? Oh boy. Because we're arrogant and our personal diplomacy is bad and we are vengeful. Understood. Alliance formed. Excellent. Okay, so now that we have an alliance, I'm hoping that the faction is not going to be as strong anymore. Still says it's strong enough. Faction military power is above what they need. And the ultimatum may come... Ah! There we go. Let me see. Against our liege. Wants the Kingdom of Italy. Berengar to the Italian throne. Independence faction. There's one member. A very, very weak member. All the way over here in Cuneo. I need to find a way to possibly be able to use a casus belli. I'm hoping that we can actually... this is the first time that I'm actually playing as a vassal to a king. Sorry, I kind of hit the mic there. As a vassal to a king. So I'm kind of just hoping that we can declare a war to another vassal. I forgot where that is actually. Vassals... from main, no, this is not where we can actually check. Is it? Obligations are based, vassals, feudal contract, succession. Not too sure where we can actually check what sort of... The Chief Tuscany, liege. Succession law. No, we can't really check. We cannot really check until we try to declare the war. Now what I can do is have our bishop... God, see, this is where having a better bishop comes in handy. Because we definitely want to try and get some new land. That is 2 pieces of land right there. You would be quite weak. You do not have any allies. God, imagine if we were able to actually get a claim on something like that. How long? 18 months is how long it's gonna take for that claim to come. Oh, if only we had a better bishop. We are actually losing piety because of our vengefulness. Ay, ay, ay. We could go on a pilgrimage. The minimum cost is 50. The further you travel, the more piety you'll gain. You choose a destination. I think we can also gain pilgrim, which will probably help that situation a little bit. What other decisions do we have? Invite knights, invite claimants, convert to local culture. Wait, some of the guys hate us because of our culture, right? No, you're the primary. Yeah, foreign culture group. Foreign culture group. Foreign culture group. Foreign culture group. So I'm not too sure what's happening here. Like, I understand we are Catholic French. I am not completely sure how this man, so Duke Adalberto of Tuscany, is actually French, considering we are an Italian vassal. We are in Italy. What are you, actually? Like, what is the king? Catholic French as well. How'd that happen, too? Darn. History is not good enough for that. I mean, we could change to the local culture. Our vassals wouldn't hate us as much. We have the maximum amount of knights. To create men-at-arms, we do need gold. Let's just start. It's gonna take about 2 years for the count. Oh, my skilled spy master has proven himself highly capable, especially in academic matters. There are some projects I would like to undertake in the county of Orbetello, my liege. With your blessing, of course. We spend prestige. Gains opinion of me, encouraged improvements, development, growth, okay, vassals, sure, you know what, do it. I'm all for growth.